Last week around the globe. Hi friends, I'm here to share with you the most interesting events, news, and curiosities from around the world that happened last week. Are you ready to listen? Number 1. As the entire world enters the digital age, the influence of social media is growing exponentially. However, the impact of social media on teenagers is particularly significant. Because of social media addiction, kids are neither studying nor playing. They are losing the ability to face challenges and solve problems independently. Shockingly, children are becoming accustomed to viewing adult content at a young age. In addition, in Australia, nearly 75% of children between the ages of 14 and 17 are reported to have developed a drug habit. Suicidal thoughts are also becoming more prevalent among these children, along with the disturbing tendency to develop a psychopathic nature to harm others. When some psychiatrists were consulted, they pointed out that unrestricted access to social media content leads to the creation of unrealistic fantasies that lead to such behaviors. If left unchecked, this will not only affect these individuals, but could have a serious impact on the youth and the future of the country. As a preventive measure, Australia has banned children under the age of 16 from accessing the internet. The Australian Minister for Communications, Michelle Rowland, introduced the bill in Parliament. The move makes Australia the first country to impose such a restriction on social media for children. Following Australia's lead, the UK government is now considering banning social media for children under the age of 16. Maybe that's a good idea. Number 2. A banana has been taped to a wall. You might wonder why somebody would do that. Well, it's actually art. Recently, this piece of art was auctioned by Sotheby's Company in New York for not just one or two, but a whopping $6.2 million. It was purchased by Justin Sun, the founder of cryptocurrency. The name of this artwork? Comedian. In 2019, when this artwork was first displayed at the Miami Beach Art Basel, it was purchased for $150,000. To many, a banana stuck to a wall with $1 worth of duct tape selling for $6.2 million may sound absurd or crazy. Last year, when this artwork was displayed in a museum in South Korea, an interesting incident occurred. A young boy casually ate the banana on display and quietly replaced it with the peel, sticking it back behind the tape as it was. When questioned by the museum management, the boy simply said, "I was really hungry, so I ate it." Now you might ask, how could a banana from 2019 be fresh in 2023? Or even if it was, hadn't the boy already eaten it? So why would someone still spend $6.2 million on this piece of art this year? Here's the twist. The banana in the artwork is replaced every 3 days to keep it fresh. Does that clear things up? Number 3. Everyone is aware of the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. To encourage people to join the army for this war, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a new law. According to this law, any new recruits who join the army to fight in Ukraine will have loans of up to 8 million rubles cleared. Under this program, soldiers who are willing to serve in the army for 1 year will be eligible for debt forgiveness of 1 million rubles, approximately $9,000. Interestingly, the Russian government has also announced that if a debtor joins the army, his partner's loans will also be forgiven. This bold move by Russia is aimed at encouraging citizens to fight for the nation. Whatever the circumstances, the introduction of such laws to support those who are willing to sacrifice for their country is commendable. Number 4. Balasubramanian Chidambaram, who lives in Singapore, loves his wife very much. With dreams of becoming a millionaire, he moved from India to Singapore and worked hard to achieve his goals. 3 months ago, he even bought some jewelry for his wife. Little did he know that day would change his life forever. At the jewelry store, anyone who spent more than 15,000 Singapore dollars could enter a lottery. Thinking it was just for fun, Balasubramanian decided to try his luck and entered the lottery. 3 months passed, and one day, while casually scrolling through social media to catch up on what was happening in the world, he suddenly saw his own photo. Surprised and confused, he asked himself, "Why is my photo here? What is this post about?" The post was from Mustafa Jewelers, announcing that Balasubramanian had won the record lottery prize of 1 lakh Singapore dollars. His long-cherished dream of becoming a millionaire had finally come true. Friends, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that reading an amazing story can change someone's life? Do you believe that simply telling a great story to your children can teach them essential values for life? Do you believe that every problem you face in life, or may face in the future, can be solved by a single story? Yes, it's possible, and it can be done with the greatest epic ever told in the history of mankind, the Mahabharata. This story is far more powerful than even the most successful movie ever made. It is a challenge. The complete Mahabharata, written in the words of Vikram Aditya, is available in two volumes, both as books and ebooks, on Amazon and 43 other online stores. This masterpiece is available in 54 languages around the world. Links to purchase are provided in the description below. Order it immediately because it's not just a book, it's a library of wisdom for your life. Number 5. Anywhere in the world, a landslide is usually considered a terrible event for the region. But here's a strange twist. A mountain collapsed due to a landslide and the entire village celebrated it as a festival. Want to know where this happened? It was in the Congo, Africa. Although rich in minerals, Congo remains one of the poorest countries in the world. This poverty is exactly why the villagers are celebrating the landslide. You may ask, what is the connection between poverty and a collapsing mountain? Well, the collapsed mountain is filled with tons of copper. The villagers plan to sell this copper to finally escape their struggles and poverty. Number 6. Normally people work 8 to 9 hours a day. But at Griptail, a San Francisco-based artificial intelligence startup, CEO Daksha Gupta has an extreme requirement. Employees must work 84 hours a week. That means 12 hours a day, with no weekends off. Employees are expected to work 365 days a year without exception. Daksha openly states that there's no work-life balance at his company. He demands that employees work from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Even during interviews, he explicitly states these conditions, and candidates are hired only if they agree to them. While it's fine for a company to set its own rules, Daksha went ahead and posted these conditions on social media. That's when things took a turn. People started calling him out, some calling it exploitation, and others calling him a psycho. Some even went so far as to make direct death threats, saying, "We're going to kill you for this." Well, it's natural for people to react that way. Trying to take advantage of someone's need for a job and take advantage of their desperation, that's bound to cause outrage. Number 7. Do you know the age of the oldest person in the world? 112 years. His name was John Alfred Tinniswood. John lived through 2 world wars. Do you know what year the Titanic sank? It was 1912, the year John was born. He even served in the British Army during World War II. He was the oldest man in the world. Among women, the oldest living woman is Branyas Morera, who is 117 years old. John, who saw so much in his life, recently passed away. Remarkably, he lived a healthy life until his last days. While it may be a stretch to live to 112 like John, let's at least pray to live a healthy life into our 70s or 80s. Rest in peace, Mr. John. Number 8. Here's a question for you. Imagine your father is the 3rd richest person in Malaysia and your mother is a queen of a kingdom. What would you do? Would you go into business and make millions? Would you travel the world and enjoy life? Or would you strive to put your father on top? Let's say you choose one of these options. At most, you might even do some charity work, right? But when Ajahn Siripanyo, a young man, chose a completely different path, he became a monk. Ajahns father Ananda Krishnan is one of the richest people in Malaysia. Nevertheless, Ajahn decided to renounce everything and embrace monkhood. At the age of 18, Ajahn visited his mother's kingdom in Thailand. While there, he observed Buddhist monks and was deeply attracted to their lifestyle. At first, he adopted their way of life as an experiment. In time, he became fully immersed in monkhood and decided to live as a Buddhist monk. Do you know who Ajahns father is? He's the founder of Aircel, the telecom company that many of us remember. Dear friends, in the next episode, the content will be on another level. Don't miss it. Let's meet again next Tuesday at the same time. If you haven't already, be sure to order my Mahabharata book right away. The links are in the description below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so immediately. Until then, take care. Bye.